If you find yourself with a camera in your hand and want to learn how to use it, please subscribe to this channel, like the videos, comment below. Hey Photos photographers, today we're talking about being prepared, having your camera equipment in hand, and being able to anticipate that shot that's just about to come up. And I'm not talking about this weird, strange stuff. I'm talking about practicing and seeing motions and actions, being able to anticipate and see what things naturally must occur after the things that you're seeing. I guess to lead off with that thought and to kind of finish out the video with that thought, there's some professional sports players that have spoken about being able to anticipate certain things that are coming up and about to happen. I know from my experience in playing not so organized sports, but around the neighborhood and playing with friends when I was growing up, and then playing semi more organized but nothing official, that there were times and things where I both got to know the people that I was playing with, but also I had seen enough and learned, was experienced, practiced enough in what I was doing, that I saw certain people doing things. I may not know how they would carry it out by their particular personality, but I knew that what was coming next was only a few things which gave me options, and knowing where I best should place myself. But I've heard Wayne Gretzky has spoken about that sort of intuition. Michael Jordan has spoken about that kind of intuition. So if these men in professional sports, and I'm sure there's many female athletes who have done the same thing, that there's a certain amount of it that's just coming around by practice. We see things happening, so we anticipate the next thing. Most of the time, we might not be right until we get studied and practiced or experienced at it, but I didn't try to work and build at it. I just know the more I immersed myself, the more I worked on specific character skills, just doing the work and doing what I knew worked and I had seen work, working on my skills, my talent, and everything else, that I began to see and have more opportunity, because my brain was telling my eyes and the rest of my body to respond with what I had seen and experienced. I've seen that translate to photography, and that's one of the reasons why I think it's valuable to bring up here, is I've seen certain things begin, and I've seen pictures, and I've played around with, and it's spent many weeks, even sometimes months, trying to get that photograph. But it was all about practicing and trying and getting out there and being okay with failed attempts, because I was learning and I was training my eye to be able to catch that motion in enough time to be able to get that motion, or that not just a motion, but a candid shot. Talking about emotion and that sort of stuff, and all of this skill that we're learning and building it and leveling up with is all about selling our shot. So we want to get that precise moment. We want to get that precise action. There's so many different things we want to make sure we get in our photograph. So let's take the style of shot, which is a candid shot. So it's a portrait, but we're not necessarily styling the person or the subject of the photograph. So the candid shot, we see some action, some physical activity going on, and we know what is about to happen after that action is taken. So we know where we need to be, so we adjust there. Our camera is already prepared, it's in hand, so we raise it up. Now everything from our practice to having the equipment in hand is led to this very point we're talking about, and that point is being prepared. We are prepared, we know how, we know when, and it's all translated into effectively muscle memory, so that when our camera's in our hand, we snap just at the right moment and we get that, I say, irreplaceable shot. That's what we're looking for. That's the premier item that we have trained ourselves and we are telling our clients that we get. So this is something that we continue to practice at. It's something that we continue to strive for. We're always reaching, and that's what I want to propose to you in the idea that you accept and be okay with, if you keep learning and growing and striving and reaching for those things that seem perfect and almost unachievable, then there's not going to be a time where your shots, your service, your skill in photography is not going to be sought after. It's the people that we see and think are so good, when they stop learning to do this and when they stop striving for being better and growing, that's when they kind of fall down from a quote-unquote star. It's sad to see, but yet you also begin to wonder, how did they get up to that point, and then how did they leave that point? This is encouraging myself, and I want to encourage you. Always strive to learn and grow more, and to get deeper into what you know, and to practice what you know better. The phrase I used to hear when I was studying music is, practice makes perfect. Somebody then told me, well, that's not true. What actually does make perfect is practice. Perfect practice makes perfect. And that's true. If you think about it mathematically, there's a way to figure out that equation, that you can't have perfect without practice and perfection together. Then you can just take the practice out and now you're left with perfect. However, the other side of it is, when in sports you practice and see the motions, the action, and the necessary parts of a piece of a play put together, you know what is there, what is lacking, and what needs to be filled in. You might even be able to improvise something that's not there or not able to be put in place in time. And that's why I believe so many different videos out there on YouTube are the most incredible videos that happen, and you wouldn't know or believe it if it hadn't been recorded. So there are many different disciplines and items out there that we need to make sure that we have in our skill bag to be able to utilize, not just our equipment, but the eye to be able to see it, the mind and the connections that we've built in it through practice, and being able to put that into place to be able to achieve the shot we've always dreamed of, and the shot that our clients are going to love forever. Thank you so much for watching, and we will come back tomorrow with another video and some more tips. We thank you so much for watching, and look forward to your comments down below and the thumbs up with how this video content has aided and built you up as a photographer, and things that maybe this has reminded you of in your history. If you're not yet a subscriber, we would love to have you as part of our Photos family. Thank you so much. God bless.